Hello everyone, Dr. Jen here with another video for you. Today's going to be a short video that I recommend doing when you're feeling stressed, anxious, or overwhelmed. If you have a moment, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel so you get notified each Tuesday when I drop a new yoga video, and get ready for your yoga practice. Grab your mat. I recommend sitting up on a pillow or a blanket, and if you have yoga blocks, you're going to want them for the end of our practice, so make sure you have them handy. If you don't have yoga blocks, that's absolutely okay, but if you want to grab them, you can click the link down below to see some of the ones that I recommend on Amazon, just to have them handy in your home so you can use them time and time again when you come back to these videos. So stress, it's a real thing and something that many of us deal with on a regular basis, if not a daily basis. Stress comes to us in all forms, from our family, our finances, our work, our relationships, just our health, and it's important to make sure that we're managing our stress. According to the American Institute of Stress, the #1 stress reducer is to breathe. So as we move through this short practice, we're going to really focus on breathing into our belly. So take your hands to your belly and take a big inhale through your nose, pushing your belly out. And then exhale through your mouth. One more time so you can really feel it into the belly. And exhale. The reason we breathe into the belly is because we have this large nerve called your vagus nerve, and it runs down through your diaphragm. And your vagus nerve helps to work with your autonomic nervous system. Your autonomic nervous system has 2 branches. Your sympathetic, which is your fight or flight. This is what many of us live in and function in. Fight or flight releases cortisol levels. It can cause an abundance of cortisol in our system, and we have cortisol in our system for prolonged times or more frequent times. It can actually cause irritability, stress, difficulty sleeping, weight gain. It's just really not good for our bodies. Fatigue, all of those things, right? So we want to move from fight or flight to our parasympathetic nervous system, rest and digest. And that triggering of the vagus nerve through that deep breathing actually tells our parasympathetic nervous system it's time to kick on. And it helps us to relax, lower our heart rate, lower our respiratory rate, and calm down. So let's dive into our practice. Today I want to use the Essential Oil Adaptive, the Calming Blend by doTERRA. This is really designed to help us move through stressful situations and stressful times in our lives. I'm going to take it and just roll a little bit into my hands. And then I'm going to cup my hands over my nose and take a few nice deep belly breaths. If you don't have an essential oil, just continue breathing through your belly. Then you can rub that essential oil over your heart, around the back of your neck if you used it. And then from here, we're just going to let our hands rest down on our legs, or both over our heart. So left hand, then right hand over our heart, whichever you prefer. And then we're just going to close our eyes for a few minutes, scan our bodies, and see where we're holding tension, where we're holding stress. Just breathing in and out through your nose, equal length, inhales and exhales. Slowing down, centering on your mat. Your mind might be racing, thoughts coming into your head of what you need to accomplish, other things you need to be doing. Thank them for coming. Just let them float on. Two more breaths. And then we'll softly flutter our eyes open. Let's inhale our hands up overhead. Reach, 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 reach. And then exhale, bring our hands to heart center. From here, let's switch our legs out so that we can even out the body. And then we'll inhale those hands back up overhead. This time, release your left hand down to the ground. Inhale, reach your right hand up and over. Keep those long breaths flowing. Squeeze your left shoulder blade down and back. Reach, reach, reach with that right hand. One more round of breath. And then we inhale back up to center. exhale over to the other side. Right hand down, left hand reaches, gaze comes under that left arm. Right shoulder blade squeezes down and back. Inhale, make your way up to center. This time, exhale, twist to your left. Take your right hand to your left knee and your left hand behind you. Breathing here. Inhales, find length in your spine. Exhales, find depth. Last round of breath. Inhale, hands back up, overhead, and exhale, we twist to the other side. Keep your breath flowing. And then inhale, we come all the way back up to center. Exhale, we'll bring our hands through heart center. We'll remove any blankets or props that we're using behind us and place them off to the side. And then from here, let's go ahead and make our way into tabletop. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Begin to shift your hips side to side. Rock your body side to side. Maybe draw some circles. You're going to switch directions. Coming back to a neutral spine. Tuck through those toes. On an inhale, drop your belly. Lift your gaze. Cow pose. Exhale, curl and round. Push all of that breath out. Tailbone tucks. 2 more times, just like that. Keep breathing. And exhale, release. Last one. Inhale, drop your belly. Lift your gaze. Exhale, curl and round. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, let's make our way back to downward facing dog. This is our first down dog. It's our only down dog of this practice. So don't stress yourself too much about trying to be too open in the legs or the shoulders. Just take a little time to pedal the feet out. Your chest moves back towards your thighs. The eyes of your elbows roll forward. Find some stillness here. And I want you to take 3 nice long deep breaths in this gentle inversion. So when we have our heart over our head, it's a really great way to help us get out of that stress response. Last inhale, look forward. And then exhale, walk your feet up behind your wrists. Find a generous bend in your knees so your abdominals connect to your thighs. Let your head hang really heavy. And then take your arms, you're going to place your pinkies in opposite elbows and let them hang heavy down in front of you. Sway side to side. Really breathing here. Again, getting the heart over the head is really great for eliminating stress. So just let the thoughts that come to your mind go. Really focus on your breath. As your mind wanders, your focus can come back to the inhales and exhales. And let's release our hands from here. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring your fingertips to your shins. Find length in your spine. Exhale, plant your palms. Step it back to a plank. We're going to drop to our knees. We're going to bring our knees a little bit wider than our hips, and we're going to press back into a child's pose. But for this child's pose, I want you to take one hand on top of the other and just let your forehead come rest on your hands. It's a little bit more restorative than a traditional child's pose. And I just want you to breathe here. Maybe rock your head side to side and massage it on your hand, stimulating your third eye center, your site of intuition. And just breathe. Again, as we sit in stillness, breathing, that's when our thoughts wander. It's okay. Thank the thoughts as they come up. Then just let them pass on by. From here, let your hands come out from under your head, bring them under your shoulders. We're gonna bring our knees so they're in line with one another, hips width distance apart. And then from there, I want you to reach back and grab for your heels. Let your forehead come down to the mat. We're gonna go into rabbit pose. So keeping your heels, inhale, lift up, roll to the top of your head, rounding through your back. Exhale, sink your hips back down. Inhale, lift, 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 and round. Exhale, sink. Inhale, lift, and round. Exhale, sink. Last time, inhale, lift, and round. This time, holding this stretch. Deep breathing here. One of the best poses to go to when you're feeling deep amounts of stress, overwhelm, almost panic. This is almost like a little safe cocoon for you. Keep breathing here. 2 more breaths. And then let your hips sink down. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Press back up. Your knees come just a little bit wider again. Place your opposite hand down first and come back into your child's pose. 3 breaths here just to neutralize the spine. Your next inhale brings you back up to table. Let your legs come off to the side. They're going to come out in front of you. Make sure your blocks are towards the back of your mat, and we're going to make our way down onto our backs. Once you are here, reach your hands long up overhead. Feel a nice big full body stretch, and then exhale, bring your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a hug. Placing your feet firmly down on the ground. Feet are just shy of your hips. Your fingertips should be able to reach them. We're going to go into supported bridge. So if you have blocks, that would be great. If you don't have blocks, you can go into a traditional bridge or maybe stack some pillows to help you get there. So we have a few options with our blocks. You can put them on level 1, level 2, level 3. I actually like to take 2 of them stacked together on level 1, and it kind of gives me the same height as level 3, but with a little bit more support. So you find what works for you. On an inhale, lift your hips up, placing that block underneath your sacrum. If that feels good, stay there. If you feel like you need more, you can rock that block up. Maybe you want the 2 blocks. You can come in and place that second block under your hips. Just find what works for you, right? As long as you can stay here and breathe, that's the most important thing. And then arms are long, maybe palms face up. And we're just going to breathe here for a few breaths, getting the hips elevated up over the heart. Big belly breaths here. The more the belly expands, the better. The more we're relaxing and eliminating that stress. Again, if thoughts come into your mind, just think them, allow them to pass on by. Five more breaths wherever you are. Two more breaths. Your next inhale is going to lift the hips to remove that block. Place the block off to the side. Lower 1 vertebra at a time till you are on your back. And then bring your knees into your chest, lifting your head, giving yourself a big hug. Take a big, big, big inhale. And then we make our way into our Shavasana, taking up as much room as we need. From here, a really great way to take a little stress off the low back or just kind of make it more relaxing is to take the blocks, one under each knee. That can feel really good. And if you have time, pause the video and relax in Shavasana for 5 to 7 minutes. We'll be here for about 10 breaths together. Letting your thoughts go, letting your body go, letting your mind go. On your next inhale, begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Reaching your arms up overhead, your legs long, feeling that full body stretch. If you used your blocks, you can remove them off to the side. And then from here, let's all roll to our left side. Our left side is our restorative side. It can help lower stress and overwhelm. Lower our heart rate. And then we'll press up to a seated position right where we started our practice. We'll bring our left hand to rest on our heart, our right hand on top of it, gentle tuck of our chin. And remember that the thoughts that consume your mind control your life. So when you're feeling stressed and overwhelmed, take just a few moments to settle. Pay attention to how different you feel after these few yoga poses and what a difference they can make in your day. Together, we'll take a cleansing breath to end our practice, letting any last tension go. Hands come to heart center. Big inhale through your nose. And exhale, sigh it out. Hands come to third eye center and we bow. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for this short flow to decrease stress and overwhelm. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell so you get notified each Tuesday when I drop a new video. Until next week.